Hello, Renee Flamond here. You guys, this topic, discussing breaking no contact, like yesterday's video, always leads to so much more detail for me because I think we know enough, or we're learning, some of us newly learning, some of us out there, not to break no contact. We know it's the best thing to do, right? At least we land there, I hope, that we know it's the best thing to do. Though we wonder, okay, so how do you not respond? What can I tell myself to remind me to not respond, to resist the temptation with all the things they're saying and all the things they're promising and as many times as they're ringing you, and it's hard. And I wanted to talk about this because so many of you I know teeter on this and really want the ability to not answer. You want to know, what can I channel, Renee? I want to know because it's killing me. And just to mention sidebar, I know some of you have to be in contact ongoingly with the narcissist in your life, so perhaps then limit your contact down to the lowest possible amount. So the possibilities of these following things that I'm going to discuss happening to you are at least thwarted, lessened, reduced, right? So you could gray rock them. We talked about that. That's just giving business-like answers to the business at hand. Okay. I've maintained no contact and I have broken no contact in my thing with my narcissist. And now that I'm a ways away from it and look back in, I can really feel why I should not have ever broken. I can really and readily and wide openly see why I should not have broken. And I'm going to try to help you because I could have saved myself a lot of trouble. I could have saved myself a lot of trouble. When you break no contact, and you're trying to do that, you've decided that you're going to go no contact. If you don't answer, okay, many things happen. None of them are good. And the first one is that if you don't answer, there's nothing new to process, meaning you're getting over your breakup. You're sad about the 487 things that he's done to you or she's done to you. My pronoun is he, so that's what I'll use. You're sad about every single one of those 487 things. You're trying to process the breakup. You can't believe how it ended. How can he not be talking to me at this point? And blah, 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 blah. And look what happened to us. Okay, you're dealing with all of that. All of it, I know. But you're not answering the phone, so you have no new material. If you answer or respond, you're going to live that breakup all over again. All over again. There will be new gaslighting. There will be new triangulation. There will be new silent treatment. New meanness. New name calling. You didn't have any of it new when you hadn't been answering. You were still having to process the old. That's there. You know what I mean? The 487 things. But there was no new. Which you're guaranteed to have new material for heartbreak and processing in the healing process if you break no contact. And your number will go from 487 things to process to 538 within a 3-day period. A lot can happen if you break no contact and give them an opportunity to do more harm. The other thing, too, is to keep in mind, seeing them, hearing their voice, this can often overshadow any bad memories. Now you're swimming in the good ones, conveniently forgetting the bad. Oh, but he's so cute. He's so cute. My girlfriend and I say it that way when we try to joke around about being like that kind of person. He's so cute. Sometimes boys are so cute. And you might be thinking, but she's just gorgeous. I just never seen anything like her in my life. Every time I see her, she takes my breath away. when I hear his voice, that scratchiness, the deepness, the tilt to it, whatever the heck. When you are attracted to someone's voice or face or what their appearance, and you see or hear them, that's quite, look at me sitting up, that's quite a trigger. It's not the same as you sitting here thinking about it, trying to get over your 487 things, knowing what they look like, knowing what they sound like. That's different than seeing them. That's a wallop if you are of the state of mind that you just think he's suck yo, or she just takes my breath, whatever. Wallop, and then you hear them talking. It's more powerful than we give it credit to. You know what I mean? Like they say scent is another trigger. If you smell someone's cooking, it brings you back to childhood, right? I think that movie, it was Scent that brought that boy back to his parents. Lion? Oh, if you haven't seen Lion, talk about cry. My daughter was ready to commit me. I couldn't stop crying. What a beautiful story. So anyway, scent can be it too. Scent. But I think that if you have no contact and you're not seeing them and you're not smelling them even, or you're not hearing their voice, it's, again, that's no new material for you to get over either. It's keeping you with the 487 things. When you answer no contact, another thing that is a grave concern of mine is they now know the door is open. I don't care if you broke no contact to tell them, what do you need? Like I did. What is it? What do you need? What is all this business of calling me for 2 weeks? What? It wasn't, I love you too, come back to me. No, and that didn't happen. But 3 days of back and forth, hanging out a little bit was plenty enough. And I talked about it for me to be singing Gladys Knight, neither one of us in the kitchen. That's all it takes. They have an opportunity. They can get in. They have a power over you. They can get in and twist. They know just what to say to you. Just what to say. And now they know the door is open. You may know it isn't in your brain. Like even when I did that, this was a year ago. When I broke no contact that time a year ago, I remember thinking, there's no way I'm getting back together with him. I knew the door wasn't open, but he, in his brain, was, yep, I can still get her. She's on my bench. She's one of my bench warmers. She's attainable if I want. I think with a little bit of work, because I think that's probably what he went away thinking. We didn't get back together. There was, no, but I'm saying I think he felt, okay, so I can squish her again and go away and do my thing. And if I want her again, then I'll come back, which he did. Later on last year, of course. They think the door is open. Even if you don't, even if you answer them to say, what in the heck do you need? That's all. And think of their foot in the door. I said this before because a girlfriend of mine told it to me, and I'm a visual person and it helps me. Their foot is in the door. The door is open now. It's easy to kick a door open that's partially being held open by your foot. Do you know what I mean? And again, even if in your mind there isn't a chance, now in their brain there's a possibility. You allowed them back in. And now they know, well, I'm here for this. She allowed me back in. You shouldn't want someone that thinks they can come in and out of your life. And I don't mean to tell you what to do. You shouldn't. That's not what I mean, to sound like that. But I allowed that, and that kills me. Like, you think you could just come in and out? You can come in and out. Like, I don't have to say. You can come in and out. And once I caught on to that and thought about that, he had a hard lesson because I just kept sending him away. But I kept letting him in for a little bit. But then, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't allow it, but I allowed enough. But I wouldn't allow it, but I allowed enough. Breaking no contact is a dangerous thing. Also, what it can do, and I noticed this too, is your life's flow can be severely finally interrupted by contact with the narcissist. You're trucking along, you're making your way, man. You figured it out. You're happy, you're starting to go out again, you're starting to work out maybe if that's your thing, you're riding your bike, you're golfing. 3 days with the narcissist landing you singing Neither One of Us in the Kitchen by Gladys Knight and the Pips. I shouldn't discard them. I think there's Pips involved in that one. Yes, of course. When you have that disrupts your flow. I bet I didn't golf that. I don't golf, but I bet I stopped doing things for a few days. I bet I went back to the couch. I bet I went back. You know what I mean? It disrupts your flow that you have now established by having successfully have no contact. You're trucking along with no problems, no contact, and you answer, and now you're suddenly filled with worry and angst that you didn't have a second ago. Think of a country drive. Nice, you're going to a resort. Beautiful Sunday afternoon, your roof is down, here you are, you're going off to, and boom, you hit a deer. That's what it's like. It's a severe, when you break no contact. You could be cruising along in your life. It's a severe disruptive occurrence to your nice ride in the country. It's not nothing when you respond to them. Even if it's you just saying, what do you need? And I don't mean what do you need in a gray rock manner if you can't go no contact. You know what I mean? If you've gone no contact, you know what they need. They're trying to get to you. You don't need to call and ask them with all their desperate messages, what do they need? That's what I did. I thought I would use that as an in. I wasn't succumbing to any of the love language, but I was showing concern. Pardon me. In my mind, I felt, well, now at this point, I'm concerned. I'm showing concern for a friend, someone that you did love once. I'm empathetic. I can't allow someone to sit there and be in pain. They're not in pain. They're just saying those things to make you break. They're not in pain. Do you know what I mean? So, and the other thing it does if you break no contact, and be prepared for the feeling of this, it kills you when you realize you're back to day one. All the time you went no contact, you have to start over. It's a new day one, just like AA, losing all the progress you made. Now, I don't mean to put down the progress you made. The progress you made shows you that you can do it again. If you've gone 3 months, then you know you can go 3 months. And don't start out saying 3 months. I used to use Sundays. That helped me. I'd be like, I can make it to Sunday. I can do anything for 7 days. Well, I could do anything for another 7 days. Well, I can do... That's how I started doing it. And then it became, once I learned and realized all these things, it becomes easier. And that's why I'm trying to relay them to you to help you not answer. When the other thing that I realized, and this made me stop, is it made him happy. I don't want to make him happy. Why am I trying to make him happy? He's all but out of my life. I'm trying to exit him from my life. His happiness is not my responsibility, not as a friend or an ongoing on and off, I have another girlfriend, but you can be my companion in Orlando type way, I guess. Is that what you think? That's what you think I think my worth is. Oh yeah, no. Once I realized that and it would make him happy, no. It's going to feed him. We don't want that at all, ever. I don't want to feed him anything positive. And it was a long time past our breakup that he kept coming around here and he didn't hear from me, I love you too. And that was never coming from me. It was always coming from him. I didn't give very much at all in these little interludes, but they were enough that he got in and squished me each time one of them happened. They were like on a monthly basis for over a year that I kept breaking no contact. Sometimes a little longer than others, but on average, that's what it was. It took me a long time to finally realize that no contact was really the way to go. True no contact. Do you know what I mean? So it brings you all the way back to day one. Then you have to count over. It makes them happy. These are things we don't want to do. And the other thing is too, it brings an overall sadness to you. Like they took another piece. Even if it leads to you deciding again that you're staying firm with your no answer to be with them, I neither want to make them happy nor make me sad. I don't want an overall piece of sadness because they've taken another bit. They keep shaving pieces off every time they're with you. And you know, you had feelings for this person. Once you break no contact, if they've weaseled their way in a little bit to open up even for like the 3 days until you sing Neither One of Us in the Kitchen by Gladys Knight, you'll be waiting again. Now your life is about waiting. Are they going to call? You're checking your phone. You're thinking about them. Are they going to respond to what I just texted? Well, what's he going to... Well, wait, why didn't you... he's the one that brought this up. Why did he act now like he didn't bring this up? He's been calling me for 38 days straight to get back together. You might mention one little thing that maybe can be interpreted to go in that direction, and boom, they're off. You're off. You're off. You've been asking me this for 58 days. And that'll leave you frustrated. None of that would be available to you to even conjure up for yourself if you didn't answer. I'm like reliving it, can you tell? It's very frustrating. And you'll be upset to learn that nothing will be different. And that's what will bother you going forward. Nothing has changed. And that's what you'll tell yourself. And I'm telling you right now, nothing will change. I can save you the time. I can save you the time. And the only thing, and you know, if you're watching this, I give you credit already because you're that much further along than you think you are if you knew enough to look up these videos, right? But I can tell you this. I'm trying to say I can save you the time, but I also understand that you're saying, but my guy's not yours, or my gal's not hers. This is not that. This is a different thing. You didn't hear what they said to me. They really, maybe he's not a narcissist. Maybe he just has some of these bad qualities. If I give him another shot, he's making me all these promises. That's what I'm saying. That's the time I'm trying to save you with, from, in-ish. They all say those things. They all say those things. Pardon me. Not answering, I have like a hiccup thing for some reason the last couple of times I made videos. Not answering, not breaking no contact is the only way you can guarantee that no new material enters your life. Hey, baby. No new material enters your life. It's a guarantee that no new material enters your life. And you might say, well, he's leaving me messages and I'm reading these texts. That's new material. That's when you block them. Well, he could still leave me a message. You taught us in blocked messages. Not that I taught you. You probably knew that. But in blocked messages, even if you block someone all the way down below on voice messages, there'll be a section that shows up blocked. And in they can leave you a message. And I understand. So they can email you. There's always, I guess, new material that they can throw at you, get to you, whatever. You can minimize it by blocking them. And you can, if something comes your way, because they can send a letter to your house. I mean, old-fashioned mail with a stamp. I mean, they can communicate with you. But if you then have to read something, because you're curious, I don't think I could not read a letter that came to me. So people don't do that anymore, though. So we're not really in danger of that. But my point is, if you do come upon material in whatever way, just think of it that they're trying to get you to call them. That is what they're trying to do with every word. They're not actually, oh, I miss you so much. There's nobody like you in the world. Being apart from you has showed me. And she's nothing like you. And she doesn't love me like you did. And you know what I mean? You don't want me, so I might as well be here. Like, they'll say anything. And everything that you've been waiting for them to say. But remember, you wanted someone to say that who was the 5% guy who isn't really real. You don't want the guy who's done 487 things to you to say all this stuff. I want a fresh new guy to say the good stuff that I want to hear. I don't want to hear them from him anymore. They don't undo what they did. And if anything, they're in a deficit. So the stuff they're saying isn't even enough. And they're just saying words. They're not proving things by time after time after time, consistency, giving you this message, showing you this message with actions. And they're not dating anyone, and 6 months go by and they're waiting for you and they're showing you and they've changed. That would be somebody that's not a narcissist. A narcissist isn't going to put in that kind of effort. They don't have that in them. But to leave you messages and text you and love bomb you until you break home, they can do that. What does that take? What does it take? Just keep all these things in mind, because this is what awaits you if you break. Go ahead and hit sub, like, and share. I'm glad you joined us. Thank you for watching.